Oh yeah, Pipe Smokers, yeah. It's the Paul Gilson YouTube channel. And it's Thursday, October 16th. Yeah. Happy Thursday, everyone. Yeah. Let's have a smoke together, yeah. So, grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, grab your favorite beverage, yeah. And let's start something on fire. Yeah, so in the news, unfortunately, former guitarist and spaceman uh, and original founding member for the band, rock band Kiss, Mr. Ace Frehley has passed away at the age of 74. He had a fall in his home studio, which caused a brain bleed. He was fine for a little bit, had to be put on life support, and his family had to make the difficult decision to take him off of that, after which he passed away at the tender age of 74, but he was clean and sober. Yeah, so rest in peace, Ace Frehley. Yeah, you're truly now a spaceman. You're in the arms of the Lord. Yeah, so with that said, we'll have smoke for him. Yeah, got some Scotty's buttered up burley right here. Some pretty fresh stuff too. It's only 10 months old. Some of the Scotty's butternut burley I have is like almost 6 years old. This is good. And I'm smoking it out of a pipe which is called the Crown of England, which is made in England. It's got gorgeous briar, you know. Yeah. So Ace Frehley suffered through alcohol and severe alcohol and drug addiction most of his life. Then he found sobriety, got clean. You know, at least his family remembers him that way. You know, we're all going to die. As Jim Morrison said, nobody gets out of here alive. And that's the truth. So what beliefs you have are going to sustain you or not sustain you into the next life. You guys all know what my spiritual beliefs are. I'm not perfect, but you know, gave my heart to Jesus, and I take that seriously. So when I die, I believe I'll go right to heaven, you know. Try to live right and everything, be a good Christian. Nothing's guaranteed in life. You know, you can be fine one moment and have a fall, like Ace Frehley did, and all of a sudden you're on life support. You never know. You know, you could hug your adult child and they drive away in their car and something bad happens. You know, you just don't know. That's why it's so important to treat each other with kindness, love, and respect. Tell the people that you love them. When they go to leave, give them a hug, a kiss on the cheek. Tell them you love them. Because if you fall over dead, you're going to be like, oh man, you know, the last thing Dad told me was that he loved me. And all my kids know that I love them, you know. I'm always there for them. So rest in peace, Mr. Ace Frehley. 74, man, that's young to go. Scotty's butternut burley is good. So we're actually in the center west wing of my house. Yeah, I like to refer to it in terms like that, like the White House. But my house is actually blue, so I call it the Gilson House of the Blues. And it is dedicated to the Lord. He's the only way I got this, him and my mom, you know, and my perseverance, as we've talked about. So tomorrow's Friday. I can't wait. The last 3 days I've had a job, and I've talked about this job. Their plate's about almost 2 foot by 2 foot by just shy of 1/4 of an inch. And, you know, I have to grind the edges off them, so I gotta move over. My back is just starting to feel a little bit better. I got them all done, thank God. Went to my boss and I said, hey, those 2 pallets of parts that you wanted done, they're all done. They're done great. My back is knowing I've done something, you know. But I'll be okay. And he's like, oh, good job, Paul. You know, thank you so much for getting that done. Yeah. So my lawnmower, I got a push lawnmower it's an older Murray lawnmower with a Briggs & Stratton motor on it. And it's like, you know, a week and a half ago, and all summer long, I pump the primer, 1-2 pulls, it starts right up, runs immaculate. And a couple days ago, I went to start it up. It would run for like 2 seconds and then choke out. And so, you know, I looked on the internet, and Briggs & Stratton, like Honda motors, if the oil's too low, it has a low indicator light that won't allow the motor to run. And I'm thinking that's what it is. The oil's filthy. So I got a couple quarts of oil. I dumped all the gas out because I don't have a storage area to put it in. So I'm thinking maybe some moisture got into the gasoline. I dumped that all out. Gonna do a full oil change on it. Got carburetor cleaner. I've got starting fluid. And so this weekend we're going to give it a shot and change the oil, do all that stuff, and hopefully she'll start up. I mean, the grass that I planted is starting to get a little high now, you know. And, you know, so we'll see. I think I'll be able to fix it. You know, I do. I think it's just no dirty oil. So yeah, being that it's the 16th of October, I should be able to get 2 or 3 more mows out of my lawn. You know, put some more grass seed down. I'll have like 120 pounds worth of grass seed down by the time I'm all done, you know. But it's going to look great, you know. Yeah. What a nice night, you know. I don't know. Oh, yeah. So yeah, Clark, the dog, the neighbor dog in the back. I heard him, a couple barks, nothing big time. The owner will not allow him to sit out back and go bark, 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 like the neighbor 2 doors down. Neighbor 2 doors down will let their dog sit out for hours on end and bark. This neighbor in the back, very respectful, good people, but Clark knows I'm home. And I went back to water my lawn just a little bit, and he saw me. He's like, "Oof, oof, oof." And so, of course, I had to come get his treats, gave him a couple. And then, you know, when I was all done, he was going crazy, running up and down the fence. You know, didn't want me to leave. Yeah. I can't wait for the weekend. It's been cool at night. Getting down into the low 50s, high 40s. Yeah. Fall is definitely here. Well, we've got a few days now where it's going to come up back into the mid 70s again and sunny. I can't wait for that. Yeah. So good. Scotty's butternut burley. You used to be able to order Scotty's butternut burley. Came all mixed, you could buy it in bulk. And then the government did something where they didn't like the blend. The government didn't like the blend for some reason. And so the company that makes Scotty's butternut burley had to say, okay, you have to mix it yourself. We're going to send you this package and this package, and you have to mix them yourself. Apparently the government cares about us and our health and well-being. Yeah, bullshit. Apparently they thought that, you know, that Scotty's butternut burley blend is bad for you. So they had to make it in 2 separate portions that you had to mix yourself, which I've done. We got like 3 pounds of Scotty's butternut burley. So who's going to watch the Turning Point halftime All-American show instead of watching this guy Bad Bunny, he calls himself? I never heard of Bad Bunny. Apparently he's a Puerto Rican rapper. He's Uh, I can't take this away from him. He has the most amount of views on YouTube, just behind, uh, what's that girl's name? I don't know. The girl that's dating a football player. See, again, she doesn't register with me. Taylor, uh, Taylor something. He's got the most views, just behind her. Taylor Swift. So you got to give that to the guy, all right? You can't just say, oh, he's a nothing, you know. Obviously, people are watching him, they like him. He's not my kind of dude or anything like that, But, I don't know. But all-American football is made for all-American people. And it seems like, I remember when you'd see Aerosmith, the Rolling Stones, really good acts on the halftime Super Bowl, NFL Super Bowl halftime. And lately it's just been junk. Before I really liked football, I used to like to watch, the Super Bowl just because they had great ads. They don't even have great ads anymore. I'll tell you what, if I was Turning Point USA, I would be, and they're probably already doing this, they're going to have an alternative halftime All-American show. I would be looking for sponsors to spend $2-3 million to have a commercial on Turning Point, their alternative. Can you imagine if all of a sudden the NFL says, hey, we're going to have Bad Bunny on here, and us guys that are over 30, like, we ain't going to watch that. There's something better we can watch. And all of a sudden their views for their halftime show, because now they can check it, whose channel is on where, so they know instantly. What if, they lost 80%, 90% of their viewers for the halftime show? You think that might change the NFL's decision? These are people who like NASCAR, they love beer, they're hard-working, blue-collar people that watch the NFL, all right? Those guys go out and make millions of dollars. Yeah, they have skills, but they wear costumes. They're not true heroes. Let me say that again. All those guys that play NFL football, they wear costumes, not uniforms. They wear costumes. They are not true heroes. Yes, there are some of them that do extraordinary things. Josh Allen is one of them. He's very humble. I have a lot of respect for that man. But I don't know, the past couple of games he's playing not so great. His team is kind of sucking. I don't know. might be time to graduate to a cigarette. I like to do that sometimes. Well, we don't need to graduate to a cigarette because I've rambled on now for over 20 minutes. Scotty's Butternut Burley is just so good. I gotta look it up. I don't think it's an English blend. I don't think it's a Balkan blend, but it's a great blend. Why do I think it's a great blend? Because I love the taste of Scotty's Butternut Burley, and it's great to me. I'll have to do a tobacco review on that one. Anyways, I'm Paul, type guy. Live from Rochester, New York, on Winchester Street in the United States of America, thank the Lord. So pray for Ace Frehley's family, it's rough losing a guy like that, It's only 74. The only thing that, I don't know if he knew God or not, but he obtained sobriety and got drugs and alcohol out of his life. That's a huge thing. So I would suspect that probably might have known God. We'll all be surprised at who we see in heaven when we go there. All Bike Guy, over.